Hello there. I'm back. Only this once. Nintendo had the sort of the kind-heartedness to have theirs today. Just finished. Very nicely. 6 in the afternoon, so I've actually had be able to have some semblance of sleep. Slowly napping. Uh, yeah. With the Nintendo one, it's quite interesting because all the other ones, because you had Xbox go, oh, games, show off the games, we must show all of the games. And I can't remember now. I've been awake for too long. I'll probably have to look back at that. I think Sony really stuck in my head. I was quite impressed by Sony. I'm actually quite excited by Sony as well. Sony is very impressive with the sheer amount of stuff they pulled out. But it's all with Nintendo as well. They're putting out stuff that's reliable, to say anything else. It's like they actually showed off the new Zelda, which I really like. I really like the new Zelda. It looks bloody brilliant. It looks bloody brilliant. They didn't say anything else though. They showed it off, showed Link in blue rather than green, and looking rather more androgynous than before. It looked like the sun. It looked like the spawn of Zelda and Link, which will be an interesting twist. Because that would mean it will be a continuation of either because the official storyline is the triple storyline of the child, the adult, and the failed, going off the Ocarina of Time. So if it is a rather androgynous looking Link, or a Link that isn't necessarily Link, but like spawn of Zelda and Link, which would mean the adult version, the continuation of the adult line, or just someone else entirely, just a completely different interpretation of Link, which continues the failed Link, where the Hero of Time died. Yes, the timeline for fucking Zelda is mental. They really made it fucking complicated for no reason, but it looks great and looks very interesting. Hyrule Warriors. That's going to be a bloody sod for me to say. Hyrule Warriors. God. I'm not going to be saying that very quickly, ever. My impediment is going to bloody stop me from doing that. Yeah, it's a very Dynasty. It's Dynasty. Fuck it. It's very Dynasty Warriors with all the slacky, hashy army stuff. It looks pretty fun. I've always been pretty interested by the Dynasty Warriors. I haven't played Dynasty Warriors since like a demo I played on the PS2, I think. I think it was then. It was pretty fun. I never really got into it. Because that was during the time when I had Devil May Cry. Although it turns out that our normal mode was hard mode. Simply because Americans are pansies. or something like that. Yeah. So, it looks interesting. I might actually give that a shot. It's Dynasty Warriors is something I've sort of dipped my foot, but never really gone into it proper. So I might give that a shot, because it seems like something I'll quite like. Lots of over-the-top, like one person running in and exploding, and a couple of hundred people just goes. Rrr! So yeah, it seems fun. There's they showed off the new Pokemon, which is Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire, which is just like leaf green, but with the new ones. Yes, it's the Pokemon continuation of updates with Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire in November. Yoshi's Woolly World. No, Yoshi's Woolly. Actually, yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World or Yoshi's Woolly Land. Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World. Because I can't remember if I wrote it down wrong or not. Because the first thing I thought was Epic Yarn 2. Which is quite sweet. I saw the Game Grumps go through that. It looks very nice and very sweet and very sort of. So Yoshi's Woolly Yoshi's Woolly World is just another sort of game. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is another one they announced. Never played the original Xeno Warriors. I never really had any of the Nintendo consoles. Well, mate had that, not me. So I played the key ones. Well, I think I played Ocarina of Time somewhere. I think it might have been in the shop. But I played stuff like Dragon Eye, and I found a ROM of Star Fox, and actually an on Star Fox as well. Just before the stream started, Twitter went all ablaze, saying Marimoto had come forward and said, "Yes, we're doing Star Fox for the Wii U." At the moment, it's unsubstantiated. Time was one of the places that put up the article, and they have since taken it down. Although there were a few hints towards Star Fox, so it's either they're going to hold that back and announce it later, so it's not going to be here, but it's going to be announced somewhere else, because they're doing loads of other sort of continuation of streams, like with Nintendo Treehouse and something else, the other one. I know there's two, because the Nintendo America guy stepped forward and said, "Yes, we're doing these two things as well as to continue the stream." But it was just showing off stuff. Probably going to be mainly just showing off the amiibo. How the hell did I come up with some of these names? Just the amiibo. I can understand the amiibo because it's a me, as in like the me, the person in the Wii, the MII, bow. A Nintendo person, bow. It's yeah. It's just the amiibo is Nintendo's version of the near field technology, which they said they were going to do a while ago. Which they said they were going to show off in E3, so they kept that going at least. It looks all right, and it says as well that it's going to be compatible with Smash Brothers Wii U when that comes out. When it does, can't remember the date. But they also said it'll be compatible with Mario Kart 8. Which will be very interesting to see how that turns out. There's like a new challenger arrives, and then sort of Sonic does or something. I don't know. Yeah. And they also said that there was going to be special things for Disney Infinity and Skylanders. Considering Disney Infinity already have a thing with Sony, the Hulk is a Sony-only Infinity figure person thing. And so if Nintendo is getting their own special Disney Infinity thing with it, Xbox is losing out. Because yeah. And they said there was going to be something special for Skylanders, but Skylanders is a whole separate thing, and no one touches Skylanders, I think. I think Skylanders is just a Wii thing. Might be mistaken on that. The Skylanders thing has passed me by. It's a thing for kids. I don't like kids. I saw it in the shop, and that was pretty much the entire interaction I had with it. The figurines look very good, though. Very good, stable figurines. Well, they have to be very good, stable figurines, because just remember something else. You save onto them. Like, essentially, they're characters you can level up and save data and things on, so you can save your stats of your fights. It's like with Smash Brothers, you can connect it up to the Wii by tapping it or putting it onto the remote. Hopefully it's got like magnets or something in it to keep it on. Otherwise, it's you go and it falls off, and it's like connection lost. Here's some other person, or your forfeit or something. So, or otherwise you have to hold it like that and sort of try and play like trying to hold it in place. Because you put it on the corner of the gamepad, the big tablet thing. Yeah. The Amiibo stuff seems pretty cool. it's quite good that they're going into it because, well, it's a very kid family thing, and as you can save stuff onto it as well, it means, well, essentially all you need to do is just have someone who owns a Wii. You just buy one of those things, and then just go to their house and level up your little figure, and play with your figure. there was a few sex jokes going in, especially with Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon. A squid, a very cartoonish Squid Ink shooter thing. The first thing the two comparisons that I thought was Sunset Overdrive for its silliness and sort of shininess, and sort of the graffiti multiplayer thing for actually, yeah, in style it's not like Sunset Overdrive. It's more like what's that shooter? That Rambo shoot? No, not that. The one that basically has this Rambo-esque character and the other big fat woman. Outgunned, overgunned, outgunned. I can't remember. Bollocks. It's basically, it looks like that, and it's shooter. Anyway, it looks good. I can't remember anything. Yeah. There was a new Kirby. It's Epic Yarn, but with plasticine. That's literally just it. It's Kirby. It's Epic Yarn, but with plasticine, called Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, I think. I have to write down these things really quickly. They showed off Mario Maker, which is just Mario, but with you can make your own Mario levels. It's precisely what everyone expected. Not that much problem there. Although, the thing that was quite interesting is that some of the demos that they had, I'm not sure if it was like part of the pre-rendered stuff or something you can actually do. There was one bit right at the very end. You had Mario get the flag into the level, but they had put blocks all around the castle. Said Mario just constantly just walking into a wall, going with the timer just slowly ticking down. So it's like, yes, you have passed the level, but you fail. So there's going to be, if you can do stuff like that, Mario Maker is going to be full of just trolling crap, or not trolling crap, just stuff to annoy people, which is going to be very funny. Yeah. I think with the Nintendo one, it's more. It looks. Well, Nintendo can reliably come out with stuff that looks and is fun. It's not the most shiniest of stuff, and it's not the most substantial of things. But it looks fun. It looks fun in that nice sort of way. Yoshi's Woolly Land is gonna be. It looks fun. You got a new Smash Brothers, which is always good. The new Legends of Zelda looks absolutely fantastic, and they said they're going open world with it as well. So I'd be very interested to see that. Bayonetta 2, which is the usual stuff. A new Kirby, which is good. Hyrule Warriors look great. Splatoon looks fun as a shooter. If they do announce Star Fox, that's going to be fun as well. It's not. So yeah, Nintendo can reliably pull out the stuff that's not that substantial, but is reliably fun, and that is what the game should be. I think it's quite good that Nintendo puts themselves last, especially after, because especially with Xbox pulling out all of its, we must play games. What is the Kinect? We never made the Kinect. And then having EA just cock tease the entire 2015. It's like, what games are releasing this year? Battlefield? Nothing really else. It was all the games everyone wants is 2015 or latter, like Mirror's Edge 2, 2015. That first one, I suddenly forgot. I need to look at my notes. I really can't remember. Yeah, so that. Yeah, so this one is. Oh, this is Xbox's one. Yeah, it's just Forza and Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed became the big thing. Yeah, multiplayer. Multiplayer was definitely the thing for the other 4 conferences, which annoys the crap out of me. Because getting 2 people to play online, fine, fair enough. Out of the amount of friends, fine. There's always bound to be at least one free to play. But 4, trying to get 4 people to play at the same fucking time. It's it's actually really fucking complicated. You have to try and work out schedulings and stuff like that, especially when people have like normal jobs. Crap like this is I can play games pretty much whenever. But everyone else I know has actual jobs. They work in offices and work in shops. So finding 2 people to play is hard enough. More than 2 is pushing it. Yeah, Xbox was just 4-player co-op, the personification. EA was just cocktails. Mass Effect 4, cocktails, Sims 4, sports and more sports, and Battlefield 4, Mirror's Edge, cocktails, and a new Criterion Games Extreme Sports Simulator, which they didn't even fucking mention the title or even what the bloody hell the game's about. They just said, look, we're researching extreme sports. And so EA was just self-flagellation. The Ubisoft one was just kind of boring. Yeah, Far Cry 4 looks brilliant. The Division looks very fun. I'm still sticking with my phrase that came up for Tom Clancy's The Division, as you can be the hero as the world slowly dies. I quite like that phrase. I might keep that one actually. But yeah, Ubisoft, you can use that one if you want. Don't care. Yeah, the Division looked great. The crew seems a bit more of a cop out than I thought. It'd be quite strange with the crew if it comes out and my friend and all I can say about it is I expected more. That's going to be a strange circumstance when you have Ubisoft going, look at us, look at this game, it's fantastic, it's amazing, and I just go, well, I actually expected more. Although, considering the amount of hype that went with Watch Dogs and how sort of actually blasé the game actually is, I think with Ubisoft you may actually be wanting more, which is pretty funny considering the amount of bloody piss-assing they go and say about, oh, you must have the best graphics, you must have the best stuff. You don't. You just need something substantial. The Valiant Heart looks great. The Valiant Heart thing still looks absolutely fantastic and brilliant and amazing. Sony. Under Sony. Destiny. Order in 86. I want that, but I like steampunk, so nah. Oh, yeah. Entwined looks absolutely fantastic. Doesn't look very substantial, though. It looks very good as an art game, but the good things with the other art games, sort of stereotypical art games I've played, like Flower and Journey and Flow, well, basically the back catalogue of that game company, is that they're short and you can play them in bursts. It's like you can start and finish the journey in about an hour, probably less. So if As long as Entwine doesn't overstay its welcome, then good. Entwine looks very nice. But as long as you play in short bursts, it's fine. Infamous Second Son DLC. I don't have a PS4. Haven't played Second Son. I really want it. I really like Infamous. I've got Infamous 1 and 2 and love those. So, Little Big Planet 3. It's Little Big Planet, but with 4-player co-op. It's got cutesy characters, but it's 4 bloody player co-op. And there's Bloodborne. Oh, Bloodborne looks amazing. Oh, it's gothic horror. Steampunk and Steampunk and Gothica is pretty much my thing. So I'm spoiled for choice. I think this is probably the main reason why I usually stick with Sony and PlayStation, is because they just make stuff I like. It's that's the main reason I've usually bought their consoles. Is just they just make stuff I like. I don't like Gears of War and modern shooters and multiplayer. They're making a steampunk game, great. They're making a gothic horror game, even better. Yeah. Far Cry 4 looks fun. The idea that you can play with friends even without the game is brilliant. I need to start finding some friends that have a PS4 or 3. Oh, I need to get PS4 to do that. I'm not going to get PS4. Even now, the new consoles are just too expensive, especially considering I've got 2 new PCs. Still not worth it. Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2, they finally got the idea that Dead Island is actually funny and stupid, rather than serious and dramatic. Sort of Jet Li kicking across the map, going yeah, is just silly and stupid. So at least they decided to make it stupid. Last of Us stuff, Hardline, Hulk thing, Destiny thing. It was quite amazing that the GTA 5 thing was announced. Sony must have paid to get a particular announcement, because it came out afterwards. That, by the way, GTA 5 is coming out on all next gen stuff, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So Sony must have just paid just to get the publicity, just to get the extra publicity of the announcement rather than anything else. Arkham Knight got that special stuff. Uncharted 4 looks alright, but I like Uncharted. I'm probably one of the few that likes Nathan Drake. I like the wise-assy sort of character, so yeah, the sort of Nathan Fillion character. And plus, I like the voice actor. I really can't bloody remember his name. He's in friggin' everything. It's like Deadpool. I like the Deadpool game more because he was in it than anything else. PlayStation Plus Ratchet and Clank film. I've been waiting for that. Although I'm still concerned at the fact they're going, look, we're doing a reimagining of the original game when the film comes out. So it's a movie tie-in then. That still makes me rather concerned, because I adore the series as it's gone so far, except for the money-making ones like Quark Force, or like the 4-player one, which was obviously just made for money, which is quite sad. It sort of devalues the series. More PS4 stuff, more things. Broforce. It's quite funny they're going, look, we have all these exclusives on the PSN, like Broforce. I can get that on Steam. Let It Die seems fantastic. A good, gory, violent fighter thing. Yeah. So as a rundown of all the stuff so far, Xbox making more stuff I don't care about. Sony making more stuff that I care about, but not enough for me to shell out fucking £300 to £400 to get a new console. Still not worth it. It's like, you can play total of the 3 games I want on it. Not worth the fucking 300 or 400 quid. Yeah. Ubisoft, bit of a cop out. Well, be a bit of a cop out more than anything else, considering the amount of shit fucking they do with their usual franchises and stuff. Some of the stuff looks great. The Division looks absolutely fantastic, but yeah, Ubisoft are lathering on the multiplayer stuff. Although Valiant Heart, I will get Valiant Heart no matter if Valiant, no matter what how Valiant Heart comes out, I am getting that. It looks fantastic. And you've got Nintendo just reliably coming out with stuff that's fun. So you got Xbox. So for the 5, Xbox, EA, Ubisoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So the 5. So for the 5 console conferences, Xbox making more stuff I don't care about. EA cock teasing 2015. Ubisoft lathering on the multiplayer, 1 or 2 gems. Sony really going for the nostalgia and really trying to get as much as trying to hit as mass market as possible. I think and Nintendo going with just things that are just reliably fun. The thing that I just thought was that because Sony started talking about, oh look, we're doing all this stuff with Sony Pictures and PlayStation TV, and they talked about all that sort of stuff. But the thing is, that was the year because the Xbox did that last year, saying, look, you can watch TV and HBO and all these American sports channels, which you can't get anywhere else besides the UK. That really fucked me off. But yeah, they try to sell that sort of aspect straight out the gate. People don't want that. People have cable or satellite that already does that. You can't sell them a middleman straight out of the thing. You sell them. This is the difference between Sony and Microsoft. Sony sold PS4 last year as this new game console to play new stuff on, and Xbox just sold it as this big multimedia device. And it's like, well, we don't need a multimedia device. We have PCs and cable boxes. We don't need this. And so now Xbox has backtracked on it and has essentially done the same sort of announcement Sony did last year. While Sony have gone and said, look, we're doing lots of stuff for TV and film, like what Xbox did last year. So, yes, lots of backtracking and switching of places. But it just makes Xbox come out worse. Yeah, anyway, that is it for the conferences, and that's it for a rundown as well, really, more than anything else. As a first impressions thing, I want to go through all the information, see if anything else gets released, like with this Star Fox thing for Nintendo. If they announce Star Fox, Nintendo is going to get a lot of praise very quickly. Yeah, so that's it for the main conferences for E3. There's probably going to be a few more news stories, like the Nvidia Shield and other stuff. There are other companies besides Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, EA, and Ubisoft. There are other fucking companies. So there's probably going to be more news coming out, but nothing of like absolute hugeness. Yeah. So that's it for E3. Microsoft making more stuff I don't like, but still, if you like that sort of thing, it's alright. EA cock tease, Ubisoft cop out, a few gems. Sony hitting for the nostalgia and really trying for the mass market, and Nintendo just doing what Just doing the reliable. Yeah. See you at some point. I'll do some articles and things. Let us see how the rest of the conference, how the rest of the season turns out. Seems to be that 2014 is going to be more treading water, and 2015 is going to be where all the fun begins. Yes. Well, here's the 2015 then.